The motion for today is
warm greetings I bid to the Honorable Chairperson, wise adjudicators, precise timekeepers, my fellow independent team of workers, members of the floor, and last but certainly not least, worthy opponents. Salutations to all. The day has united us together in one place with one common motive, that is to debate on the motion this House doubts if the law is doing enough to protect gender discrimination in third world countries. Our team comprises of imperialists invading and spreading the truth to the public. We will combat against today's motion with 3 infallible weapons. I, as the war strategist, will lay out the combat strategies against the affirmative team by proving our team's first point. My commander and I will assault into battalion by delivering the next 2 arguments. Lastly, my third speaker will defeat and take over the affirmative team by defeating and breaking down every feeble argument made by the opposition team, before restating our honorable cause. I, as the first speaker of the opposition, will first define the motion for today. 4 key phrases need elucidation. Law is defined as a system of rules that are created and enforced through social or governmental institutions to regulate behavior. Protect is defined as any measure taken to guard a thing against damage or outside forces. Whereas gender discrimination is defined as a situation where someone is treated less well because of their sex, usually when a woman is treated less well than a man. And third world countries is defined as referred to the developing countries of Asia, Africa, Latin America. Before I continue with my speech, I shall elaborate further with the opposition's first point. They have defined gender discrimination as unequal treatment to men and women. Third world countries is defined as countries that are neutral aligned. And doubt is defined as lack of conviction. Their first point has pointed out that unjust treatment in third world countries. They have stated that an activist, Malala, has been shot in the head because she wanted to stand for girls' education, but that was not approved by the Pakistan society. And she also questioned that, why is this happening? We at the government do not doubt that there are still continual cases of gender discrimination in third world countries, but we as the opposition firmly believe that we are making continual effort, and I will elaborate further in my first point. Members of the Parliament, as I've done with my elucidation, now please allow me to move on to our first point, which is both genders have received equal education opportunities. Education is a human need. Both genders have received equal access to education, which is not only a privilege, but also a human right, as it helps to shape the nation to a growing path. Our civilization alone cannot stand with just one idea from the same mind. Men and women have equal strengths and handling in any situation. However, college and university enrollments show a significant ratio of both genders in different countries, where some countries have more male students and more female. It proves that there is no bias issue where education has been provided for both sexes. The enrollment is the proof gender discrimination is protected by laws, and both genders are given equal access opportunity to education. How is the opposition not seeing this? Both genders deserve a proper education, as it will provide the basic skills for essential living. If both men and women are not receiving the proper education they need, the nation will fall. It is stated that women are the backbone of every nation, for that they give support in terms of contributing to the society. For example, in a workplace, a woman has equal minimum wage with the opposite sex in most of the third world countries, as they deserve an equal education. Secondary education qualification is the basic requirement in tertiary education enrollment, not gender. According to USAID, it is strongly committed to ensuring that girls succeed and stay in school. The agency funds education programs in roughly 60 countries with an average annual investment of $1 billion. With support from USAID, between 2009 and 2011, approximately 84 million girls were enrolled in school, from preschool to secondary school level. Continuous efforts are being made by many, just like USAID, to protect gender discrimination. My dear affirmative, to protect gender discrimination is not an overnight deal. It is a continual work of effort that will bear fruit eventually. How is the government stating that the law is not doing enough against gender discrimination when we can clearly see what is around us? How is letting both genders receive the right and equal amount of education and minimum wage considered inequitable? Furthermore, the Education 2030 agenda recognized that gender equality requires an approach that ensures that girls and boys, women and men not only gain access to and complete education cycles, but are empowered equally in and through education. There is an action where education freedom is catered to both genders. This is another effort to minimize the gap for education quality. Is that not obvious that the law is increasing continuous efforts to protect gender discrimination in third world countries? Hence, it is transparent that our stand for today, which is, we believe that the law is increasing continual efforts to protect gender discrimination, stand true and strong, as we end victory with undeniable truths in our hands. With this, I rest my case. Thank you.